Hey, so in this video I show you how to make a Hungarian Kolbasz. First of all, we need some pork meat, pork belly and pork back fat. You could also use some pork shoulder, however traditionally it is kind of a fattier sausage. Salt and cure, black pepper and fresh garlic. And here I have some sweet paprika and some roast paprika, and then also a sugar mixture, dextrose and normal sugar. And I would say let's start. First, you cut the meat into cubes or strips. Just make sure they fit your meat grinder later on. If this looks a bit too fatty for you, the day I recorded, I didn't have any other meat in my recipe. If you follow that, it will be a bit less fatty. However, it will be tasty anyway. Then put the meat into the freezer a bit before we grind it. For grinding, I'm using the medium perforated disc. It's a bit of a coarser sausage, not super coarse, but it has some pieces in it, and grind it through once. And then you add the spices, salt, the garlic. I crushed the garlic together with some salt to mince it super finely and process it into a paste. This way it is distributed evenly throughout the whole sausage. With the mixing, make sure you mix it nice and a long time so it has a nice binding, because otherwise it will lead to some problems later in the curing process. Once everything is nice and mixed, you can fill it into pork casings caliber 28-30. Just make sure you don't fill them up too much, because in the next step we will twist them into longer links. That's also one specialty of this sausage. It's not like short links, it's like these more longer rings basically. And then you hang those in 25 degrees Celsius, 77 degrees Fahrenheit for 48 hours. Just make sure the humidity is high, like 90%. If it's too dry, then it will dry out too quickly, so sometimes spray it with water. After 2 days they will look like this, and you can reduce the temperature to 15 degrees Celsius, roughly 59 degrees Fahrenheit, and let them hang there for a week or so to dry. And then after the week you can see they firmed up a bit, and then we will cold smoke them. The important part is that you stay below 20 degrees Celsius, 68 degrees Fahrenheit, roughly like between 15 and 20 is okay. And then smoke them 3 times for 8 hours. So 8 hours of cold smoke, 8 hours of resting, then 8 hours of cold smoke, and repeat, and that 3 times. And after that you can see it has a nice color, and then you can decide if you want to eat it straight away or you let it cure for a bit longer. I advise you to let it cure for a few weeks more. As you can see here, it then firms up a bit more, and the taste gets like more intense. If you press on it here, you can see it changed the texture. It got a bit harder. If you want it softer, then don't let it cure too long. That's completely up to you. Taste-wise, it has like a really nice note of the paprika. You can taste a bit of the smoke, but it's really mild and delicate. Yeah, I can definitely recommend it. As always, the full recipe is below. If you like this video, then please give me a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye bye.